Hello everyone. I can see that lots of people starting to see view my guides and my videos. Not talking in Russian. Most of streams and most of things I am making in Russian, and I would like to introduce you that sometimes I will make some guides in English, and first my videos and first guides was in English and streams. So you can see the very first my videos here, and this guide will be pretty short and concerns and my build that I'm currently using as instead of Yevamon build that you can see in description link below, and I think even in English language. So previous we used Yevamon build. It was using of course Proton Beam, double defense rate for overcap of defense rate out of to prevent be frozen from frost orcs. If you don't know about it, I will make another guide about overcap defenses. Leave your comment below if you want it. And of course poison and tenacity. It's support defense that is not focused on damage, that is supporting any other defenses. So we have tenacity support, stat mod, and poison and defense rate. And currently we have 6 types of support mods. It's defense rate, poison, tenacity. Poison means any kind of elemental attunement, and then piercer, that is not needed here, and range. Range is not needed in Proton Beam as well. And 6th type is class mods like Stunning Revelation that works only in specific tower, and it's coupled. Poison is coupled with should be coupled with Earth, and Earth comes out from Reflect. Shattering Torpedo makes Earth damage, and Vicious Strikes for range, double defense rate, because Reflect Beam is now is nerfed by 5 times damage. Reflect Beam comes full support tower, and but it's still making a huge amount of petrify. With tenacity, double defense rate, and anti-melee that cannot be replaced by anything, and it cannot be replaced by 6 type of support mods. Let's check. Defense rate already here, tenacity already here. Attunement, it cannot be attuned to any kind of elemental damage. It's of course have earth damage, but it's in sharp. But mod cannot be any mod cannot attune this reflect beams magical damage to any kind of magical damage like fire or earth, because this is such type of strange defense. And it cannot have piercer, it cannot have range because it's already capped, and it's only 6th type. It can have, right now I advise you, if you want and if you don't have good weapon manufacture relic, to put stunning revelations here. It would be tenacity, stunning revelation, defense rate, so you can replace this sometimes replace this relic to stunning revelation and then replace back if you don't have separate good relic for your weapon manufacturers. So Proton Beam and Reflect Beam is it's already a good defense choice, that you can have big spread of crowd control and lots of stages. Almost all of floors previously were beaten just by these 2 defenses actually, but now damage of Reflect Beam is nerfed by 80%, 5 times less damage comes out of Reflect. It of course still have same amount of crowd control, petrify and so on, but very little amount of damage. So right now we need to replace it. Previously I used not after patch but before patch, and always was telling everyone that diversity is the key of that game, but no one did listen to me. And now after patch we all know that it comes true, and I was always right about the diversities, and not after patch, but it was right even before this patch. My philosophy of that game is that every single defense, if it's not support like these 2, should have 3 times diversity in mods like Lightning Strikes Aura is right default variation of my philosophy. It's three times diversity, diverse power, diverse critical chance, diverse critical damage, and it's maximum amount of diversities, and it's maximum 3 out of 3 mods placed with diversities, and destruction, vampiric, defense rate to your left. And you place, every time you can place 3 times diversity, you place it, but only if you cannot place them, you should prove why you can. For example, on Flame Aura, you cannot place 3 times diversity because you want mass destruction, and you need defense, and for sure you have diverse critical chance, diverse critical damage, and if you would have diverse power to your right, you need defense rate somewhere, and it would be here, defense rate instead of dead strikes, and that would mean that your Flame Aura will be with low amount of range. 1000 range is not enough in most cases, especially against fly lanes. So you really need 52% increased range on your Flame Aura, and that is the right case where you can miss one diversity. And the right choice is diverse power, because diverse critical chance and diverse critical damage are synergizes with each other, and critical chance increases critical damage, multiplies damage out of critical damage, and the critical damage is multiplied by critical chance. That's, you put Flame Aura, then you put Boost Aura, and the right choice for Boost Aura is Mass Destruction, Vampiric Destruction, or Mass Destruction, Boosted Power Destruction, depending on your ascension. If you put Defense Health here, I can make another guide with increasing stats, increasing Vampiric Empowerment shard with increased Boost Aura Health attribute, and if you have big bottom roll as well, which cannot be rerolled, if you have big defense health that is increased by this defense health as well, you can have a lot of damage to your Vampiric Aura. Same goes to your Lightning Strikes Aura. If you have big, you should really have big bottom roll here that you cannot reroll, and it's you should gather this, and you can put lots of points into your Lightning Strikes Aura, into not only Lightning Strikes Aura damage, but Lightning Strikes Aura health, to increase its damage out of Vampiric Shard. I will make a guide about this in the further. You can leave your comments below, so I can see if you want it, in how which way you want it. So I uncover which side of this defense I should uncover. So Boost Aura is critical damage, diverse power, diverse critical damage. It cannot have diverse critical chance because it won't have this characteristic. It only boosts by defense power bonus and defense critical damage bonus. That's why we boost diverse power, diverse critical damage, and put critical damage that is more powerful than just power shard, power mod here. And if you don't have mass destruction here, you put destruction, vampiric, boosted power. And we have Lightning Strikes Aura with standard 3 times diversities, vampiric, destruction. So if we put it like this, we have our Yevamon build from our previous non-patch era. We have 5 million Flame Aura here, we have 7.5 million LSA, and a big amount of DPS was coming from Reflect Beam. And Boost Aura was boosting every single defense that is around it for almost 30,000 defense power and almost 40% critical damage. And sometimes this defense cost only 170 defense units, and of course you can put on Spellbreaker lanes. You always could put like Huntress, that is in our deck, and you can put Trap, and this Trap could be 3 times diversities with defense rate gilded, but powerful effect for sure, it's multiplies your damage by 51%, and but I choose semi-support explosive trap. I mean, not semi-support, but overcap of defense rate. And if you wanna know that you don't need 10 out of 10 defense rate, I will make another video, another guide about overcap of defense rate here. So you need 8 out of 10 if it's house 8 medallion, and 9 out of 10 if it's house 7, so you won't need to build anything to your left. And if it's gilded defense rate to your left, you need like any mod, if I remember right, to your right. And right here we have double defense rate, so no, it cannot be frozen by any frost orb. And this combination kills headstrong and frost lanes pretty quick, and we have pretty solid damage out of everywhere. And trap is upgraded same as Lightning Strike's aura 5 times, so it will have huge amount of damage out of trap, that is AoE, array of effect, and can kill either frost lanes, either spellbreaker lanes, and either headstrong lanes, and especially if you put something here, some training dummy here, so it will be stopped before training dummy and killing, and adding another point of diversity. Okay, so right now we have no damage out of your reflect beam, and we should add something to replace missed damage from reflect beam, and our Eva Monk build comes Yevla Monk build. Means we need Yeva, Lavamancer, and Monk now. So if we have missing Lavamancer is making another spot of damage that is missed from reflect, and now our Eva Monk build comes Yevla Monk build. Okay, let's see how it works. It's pretty same proton beam, reflect beam, that is still work solid for our petrify combination, but both of them almost not making any damage. We cannot count on the damage at all. LSA, Flame Aura, and now we put Embermount Fissure as our another source of main damage, and mass destruction is in my Flame Aura and in my Embermount Fissure, because Embermount Fissure have mod Embermount Flames that makes to burn even people to burn even if they pass through my defenses, and that makes this defense pretty solid right now. And we have big amount of damage right now, like 7 million Flame Hour right now, 6.5 million Embermount Fissure, and so on. And it costs 200 defense units, right? Like developers knew this and thought that they will make it right, perfect 200 defense units. We all know that all lanes are average cost of every lane is approximately 200 defense units, and when you are playing Lost Temple, every wave you add one lane, and you receive 200 defense units per that lane. So this one is Yevlamon build right now, and we have pretty solid damage out of from Flame Aura, but interesting damage, pretty same damage comes out from Fissure. But if some kind of enemy like boss comes to the defenses, get huge ton, like I don't know, 150 million damage per second, like getting 1 billion damage, and it passes through and comes pass through this defense. He's still burning of full damage that is doing Fissure of Embermount, like he's coming to a crystal all that way. He's damaged by Embermount of Fissure because it have Embermount flames on it, so it adds a lot of damage. And on hard lanes like Headstrong lane maybe, or some other, you can even add another type of defense is called Oil Geyser. Oil Geyser, we all know that they add a combination of oil plus fire. We have fire here out from Flame Aura and Embermount, and if we add oil here, that will come almost another buff of destructive pylon to all that node of defenses. And if we put oil here, it will oil people. They will start burning out of oil plus fire, receive 25 more persons of damage, and is slowed. Proton beam is slowing enemies, and slow oil geyser, slowing especially big enemies, and they are slowed and receive a big amount of damage right now out of these defenses. And that's all called Evlamon build right now. It have different variations and different combinations, and I will show, it's the first part of my guide, and I will show other combinations of my build, like for flying lanes, for controlled burn lanes, and so on, in further guides. And leave your comments below if you like it, and if you want to see another part of this guide. Thank you.